All right. We're gonna wrap the show up today with something fun and prehistoric. So we're gonna call this a little bit of Paleo Peak today. So thank you everybody who stuck around till the end to catch up on this because we have something amazing, something that doesn't happen very often, and something that made me change my whole lineup last night. So if you're here for it, if you're with me, we are going to be talking about a brand new and distinct species of Tyrannosaurus. That's right, a new giant T-Rex species, or T-Rex cousin, Tyrannosaurus species. T-Rex's closest cousin discovered, shining light on Tyrannosaur origins. Let's see here. The closest known relative to the infamous Tyrannosaurus rex has been unearthed by paleontologists in New Mexico. The newly discovered Tyrannosaurus mcraensis was found in New Mexico's Hall Lake Formation by paleontologist Sebastian Dahlman and his colleague as part of a fossil skull was analyzed to find out more about the species according to the paper in the Journals of Scientific Reports. In the Journal of Scientific Reports. At first, researchers thought the remains belonged to T-Rex itself, given similarities, but closer observation found that it was not the case. There were several subtle differences between these remains and those of a T-Rex, including a slightly different jawbone structure. It also appears that this species thrived in a different period compared to T-Rex. It is estimated that the T. mcraensis lived around 71 million years to 73 million years ago, about 5 million to 7 million years ago, or 7 million years before the T-Rex. So this is the T-Rex predecessor. It's also a Tarbosaurus predecessor, which is the Asian equivalent of T-Rex. Where was I? The predator was around the same size as T-Rex, which was approximately 40 feet long and 12 feet tall. The discovery was not a surprise in the sense that the theory of evolution tells us T-Rex had earlier and more primitive relatives, lots of them. Nick Longridge, a co-author of the paper, who was with Milner Center of Evolution at the UK University of Bath, told Newsweek. But in paleontology, the problem is finding these things. You spend a lot of time looking and not finding, so it's something of a surprise when you do find it. He continues, it was a bit surprising in that we'd assumed the animal was late Maastrichtian, a geological period, and T-Rex. And then when we looked at the evidence, neither was true. It wasn't late Maastrichtian and it wasn't T-Rex. The animal was right in front of us and was on display in the museum in Albuquerque, and we didn't recognize what it was for more than 30 years. Here's the actual jawbone. Pictured is the jaw of the Tyrannosaurus mcraensis at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. The large scar towards the back of the jaw may have been the result of a fight with another creature. Interesting. Paleontologists do not believe the new species is a direct ancestor of Tyrannosaurus rex. It is more like a sister species, which means it is the closest known relative to the predator ever found. So yeah, calling it an ancestor is kind of a misnomer, but it's a basal sister and sisteral lineage. Once again, the extent and the scientific importance importance of New Mexico's dinosaur fossil became clear. Many new dinosaur remains to be discovered in the state, both in the rocks and in museum drawers. Spencer Lucas, paleontological curator at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science, said in a summary of the paper's findings. The discovery shed light on the origins of T-Rex and indicates that more Tyrannosaur species have yet to be discovered. There's a lot of Tyrannosaur fossils waiting to be studied and restudied. I'm currently looking at a Tyrannosaurus in Mexico, and it seems they have different species, Longrich said. The most notable finding is that these huge apex predators lived in this area earlier than originally thought. Researchers also now believe that the Tyrannosaurus lineage may have begun in what was then the southern Laramidia, an island that was once stretched from modern-day Alaska to Mexico. Although this discovery answers a lot of questions, it raises others that are still puzzling paleontologists. It seems the larger dinosaur evolved only in the southern regions, including Tyrannosaurus. The species that spread north to the end of the Cretaceous period. The reason still being a mystery to scientists. Yeah, and then here's the actual paper with some of the fossil comparisons. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Go back. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Laramidia. That shows you where our dinosaur was found and what the continents looked like back when it was around. Here's what we found of the animal itself in the white here. We have post-orbital. I don't know what this one's called. It's the rear fenestra, though, that it's on. Yeah. This is the pre-orbital fenestra, so this would be the post-orbital fenestra. This would be the post-orbital ridge. Okay, I think I got it. This is how they figured out it wasn't T-Rex, too, is where it was found at, because there is... Well, here's some comparisons with actual T-Rex, too. Show how there's some anatomical variance between the two tyrants, right? Where's that timeline at that I'm looking for, though? Here it is. Yeah. So this is showing where what layer this was actually found in, and how we know because of the pink tuft underneath it. That's one of the defining characteristics of this Hall Lake formation that we're able to, and that's volcanic, that we're able to date things with. These are other dinosaurs that were found in that formation. The different species that were indigenous. Let's see. Let's go back up to. Now that we've looked at that, no, we already looked at that one. There was something I saw up here. Yeah. So you got this divergence, right? But now we think that happened further back. Had to have, because these guys went to Asia and these guys went to North America. Anyway, what do you guys think? Pretty cool stuff. I await new research on this. I'm always excited to see a new species named, but also wouldn't be surprised to see it become a synonym with Tyrannosaurus rex at some point in the future. Just a subspecies or a variation. Anyway, yeah. So that's about all I got for you guys this morning. Really a little bit shorter of a show, but that's okay. Please remember to be kind and take care. We'll see you next time. All right. Have a good one.